Everybody ready?
What?
Render Wars is back, baby. Episode 3. I'd love to pump these out on a more regular basis and on a schedule, but at the moment it's just not possible. And kind of linked to that, I'm getting married in January, so videos on TFI are going to be scarce over January, February time. But then normal service will resume once that quite fairly significant life event that requires my full attention is done and dusted. And congratulations to Wayne, the winner of episode 2, who joins Niels in the winner's circle for the season finale, with the final prize being that brand new 3D Connection Space Navigator 3D mouse, made possible by and brought to you by me. I also can't help but notice that only a very small minority of Render Wars viewers are actually going over and voting on straw poll. I'm slightly curious that this may be because of a hesitation to exit YouTube and go to a site that you've never heard of before, which I totally get, man. That's fine. I get that. So for this episode, when it goes live, I'm going to experiment and utilize the new community tab on the front page of my YouTube channel, which lets me now create a poll on YouTube. So to vote for your winner, once you're done watching, go to the community tab, which is available on desktop and mobile. And there you'll find the poll to one-click vote for who you think should go through to the final. And I'm genuinely curious to see if keeping it all on YouTube increases engagement. And finally, there's still plenty of time to get your entry in for Render Wars Season 1 if you want a shot at winning that 3D Connection Space Mouse. See the links in the video description below for guidelines on how to enter. And now on with the show, and first up in pole position, get it, it's Tom Balladis. This is going to be a nightmare. Sorry in advance to everyone whose name I butcher up in this episode. But Tom is an engineer and a 3D designer for a company called Blue Shock Race, who are an electric go-kart manufacturer, which IMO sounds flippin' sweet, man. I bet these things go like the clappers. Tom sent these in literally as I was travelling back from my stag do, which I ironically did go-karting on, which, what's that do you say? Did I win? Obviously, man, I lapped second place. I'm that good. All that VR sim racing pays off. Tom modelled these karts in Inventor with the final renders done in RIP Showcase and Autodesk Fred. I'm not sure though how I feel about the aesthetic of the karts yet, the look of them. I think I like it, but I'm not sure. The fact that it's that different makes it stand out, and that's good. It's kind of got like a Nintendo 64 Star Fox polygon vibe going on, which is definitely unique. And I think the edges I think they're all exaggerated by the scene lighting, but they're class. I love karts and I love racing, so I'm all over these. And a fun fact is that the founder of Blue Shock Race started the company off a wild bet. What goes on down the pub over where you are, but he started the company off a bet that he couldn't build an electric cart for less than 10,000 euros. It's a perfectly normal bet. But yeah, a cart for less than 10,000 euros, which could hit speeds of 110 miles. What? 110 miles an hour? Is that for reals? Are you kidding me? Do these things actually go 110 miles an hour? That is nuts. Is that even legal? Tom, mate, hook me up, bro. I need one of these in my life. How do I make that happen? Did I mention in the UK it's customary and it's traditional for people to be sent electric go-karts as wedding gifts? Just saying. Anyway, excellent work, Tom. Further practice and experience with Vred, I reckon, will have you knocking out some quality renders. I can see these getting better over time. I think, though, that your Showcase renders sadly do highlight why Showcase was ultimately taken from us too soon, but they're class, and frankly, it makes us just want to stop writing this script and go terrassing it around a track at 110. I mean, seriously, 110 miles an hour, these things go that fast. That's amazing. Thank you very much, Tom, for entering into Render Wars. And second up on the show is Sidaus Vishwakarma. It's Sid. Hi, Sid. From Sid's email, it sounds like he's fairly new to 3D CAD and did all of these models on show here and all of the renders entirely in Fusion 360. I love this dark, menacing, lurking in the shadows look. We had one just like it in the last episode, and the good thing about a scene like this is not only does it look badass AF, but it can hide all kinds of sins like using a wood texture for tire tread. Still though, it's really good for a newcomer to Fusion 360. It's sublime modelling, and it feels good though, doesn't it, to model something interesting and exciting rather than something for work, like a bracket housing for a generator, do you know what I mean? Sid's also going airborne with this fighter jet model. It's again done by him in Fusion 360. Loving this out of focus, bizarrely abstract and quirky afterburner shot from the rear. Surprisingly difficult to get that effect, so good job on that, Sid. And showing his versatility, Sid also sent in this fusioned render of a tomahawk axe, which is simply lovely. The lighting's lovely and soft, shadows match up nice, and that carbon-handled texture offset against the embedded red inlays is delicious. I'd hang that thing on my wall any day of the week. In fact, I want one. I want to make that happen as well. It's a right looker. Anyway, that's what we got from Sid. Solid entry. Thank you very much for entering into Render Wars. And now it's time for, get it? Time for, Joris Hogenberg. It's Hoggers. Hoggers sent in just 3 renders, but dropping a link to his other work led me down a path and into the mind of a guy who clearly loves what he does, and oh, doesn't he do it well. Hoggers has quite the portfolio here. His personal favourite is the Tag Watch, which is his dream timepiece of choice, so he says. So if you're watching, Tag, throw the lad a bone, will you? What's a bloke got to do? Get a free watch around here. You throw them around like popcorn at people who drive cars. We making cars around here, damn it. The Tag is modelled in Inventor, except the movement in Strap, which was acquired from GrabCAD. And the final render was done in Octane, not Inventor, because Inventor Studio is a living migraine. And what can you say about these, man? They've got a proper mixed bag here. Hoggers is doing some of these in Fusion 360. Some of them are finished in Keyshot, some are in Octane. I mean, can you believe this kitchen scene was modelled in Fusion 360 entirely and then rendered using the A360 Cloud rendering engine from Autodesk? Just look at the lighting attenuation on this one and the fluid effects he's got here in Blender. Hoggers has a seemingly endless supply of eye candy, and double brownie points for you, sir, for also modelling all of this stuff as well. And speaking of which, right, Hoggers, take a guess at what his profession of choice is. Experienced interior designer? Leading product designer? Seasoned CGI artist, do you think? I mean, clearly he's highly capable of not just working in Inventor, but also Fusion 360, Blender, Keyshot, Octane. Yeah, let me hit you with a bombshell to the face, mate. Only a few weeks ago, Hoggers was 15 years old. He's literally just turned 16. He's still in actual school, for Christ's sake. So, if you're like me, go FML on that like button if you're thinking about what you could be doing with your life if you could do this when you were 16. Hoggers, mate. If you love what you do, please, for the love of God, do not change. Trust me when I say there's people in this world 3 or 4 times your age who can't and just won't ever be able to do even half of what you're doing now. You're a star in the making, mate. Keep it up. And Autodesk, please keep close tabs and look after kids like this. Anyway, Hoggers, stay focused, stay away from drugs, alcohol, ladies of the night, and SolidWorks. And finally, closing episode 3 is Arnie. It's Arnie. Short and simple, but definitely deserving of a place on the show, is Arnie's reconstruction of the classic Velo Soleil 3800 bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. It's actually a motorcycle, apparently, from the French moped manufacturer owned by Dassault. Oh no. No! It's fine, we got this. Autodesk are doing well. We're doing well. Arnie's based in Dublin, Ireland, and works for R3D3. Hang on a minute. R3D3? Arnie modelled this bike entirely in Inventor, and you gotta say, the modelling's tip-top, done from original drawings in the genuine article. Final renders are done in the festering, stinky pool of human waste known as Inventor Studio, but all things considered, it's pleasing on the eye holes. I mean, I wouldn't buy one myself, it's just not a good look for Newcastle upon Tyne, but good effort, Arnie. Thank you very much for entering into Render Wars. And that's a wrap for Epi 3. I don't mean to sound like a needy nagging sap, but I kind of do need to know if you lot enjoy Render Wars, because it takes up an entire 2 whole days of my life to make an episode, so I need to know it's worth it. So please give me the validation that I so desperately crave by tickling the like button, but more importantly, click the community tab on the front page and one-click vote for who you think should take the 3rd seat in the final for that chance to win a 3D Connection Space Mouse Space Navigator, which I now have parked on a shelf here in TFI Towers. So thanks again to Tom, Sid, Hoggers and Arnie. Thanks to your support for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!